Hi everyone, welcome to day number 23 of our Shir HaShirim learning. So today's pasuk is Perek Hey, pasuk Yud Aleph. It says, Rosho kesem paz, his head is finest gold, kvutzotav taltalim, his locks are curly, shchorot ka'orev, and black as the raven. So Chazal teach that Rosho is always a reference to Torah, because just like our head is like our main, part of our body that directs everything, so too Torah in our lives should be the main thing that directs everything. And kesem paz is finest gold. So our Torah learning should be like the finest gold. Then kvutzotav taltalim. So there's a beautiful concept in Chazal. It's mentioned in a few different places that kvutzotav could also be read as kotzotav. That the thorns, okay? And taltalim is like mounds and mounds. So there's a beautiful concept here where Chazal have this whole discussion about what does it mean. How do we know that someone is really learning Torah? Okay, so kotzotav taltalim, the thorns are like heaps and mounds of things. So there's a mashal that Rabbi Yochanan of Tziporin brings that what happens when someone sees a huge mound of earth? Okay, and that comes from the word tululi, like taltalim, okay? A huge mound of earth, and they're told to move it. So one person might look at that mound and say, that's way too big. I can never move that mound of earth. And another person might say, okay, I'll do a little bit today, and I'll do a little bit tomorrow, and I'll do a little bit the next day, and a little bit the next day. And at some point, I'll get it done. And that's really like a bracha for us, for our Torah learning, right? It could be possible that we would go into, you see all the Sfarim behind me on the shelf, right? We could see all these Sfarim and say, I'm never going to learn all of that. We could walk into a Shir and we may not understand everything. We may say, I'm never going to know what this Rav or this Rebbitzin is talking about. But if we sit and we start and we take a little bit of time, one page, one concept, 1 5-minute Shir, a whole Shir that we expect ourselves to, take away one idea. So little by little, it adds up. And of course, we know this concept that once you reach a certain amount of understanding, your ability to understand actually speeds up. So once you start moving the bits and pieces of the mound, it actually eventually will speed up and we will move the whole mound, or meaning we will actually learn much more Torah than we think that we can learn. And the last two words, shchorot ka'orev, actually there's a beautiful idea that even though shachor means black, it's also a reference to shacharit, which is the dawn, the rising of the sun. And arov is like a raven, but it's also a reference to evening, to erev. So there's this beautiful idea that one who toils in Torah into the night and into the day, so his night will be as light as day. So I'll give us all a bracha that all of our Torah learning should add light to our lives. And we should see that the more and more and more we do, the more we understand and the further it takes us. Bezrat Hashem.